computer, whatever it is, we've got it for you. I'm guessing that this morning you didn't wake up and think, what I need is a new butter dish. But what you may have thought when you were spreading your butter on your bread and ripping the bread apart, or the bagel has seen better days, squishing it down, you maybe realized, golly, this cold butter, that's a bummer. This is called the Butterie, and it has been such an innovation really in butter dishes. One of the things you may not have realized that you needed, but once you get it, you realize you can't live without it. We have a set of 2, so you can keep one, gift one, or I know that our creator actually has some great ideas for us. This is the Sunshine Yellow. That one is the most limited. We have it in red, and we also have it in this very pretty teal blue. That one we call Aqua. 671830 is your item number. I have been reading all of the reviews, and people were saying, okay, I did not realize I needed a new butter dish, but I cannot live without this. $7.32 to get it home. And if you were wondering, how in the world did they come up with this? We actually have the creator. She is joining us. Here, her name is Joelle Mertzel, and she's joining us on the phone. Welcome to the show, Joelle.
Hi, Shannon, thank you.
So how in the world how did you come up with the Butterie?
So I created Butterie because, just like you explained, I was so frustrated with, this cold, hard butter and ripping my bagels and my toast. And, you could never spread cold, hard butter. So then about 10 years ago, I learned you don't have to keep butter in the fridge, which a lot of people don't realize. And so I started keeping it on the counter, but then I was frustrated because the dish was always such a mess.
Oh, right. Well, you actually, the way that you designed this, and I'm gonna show everybody what it looks like. This fits actually 2 sticks of butter. We put one in here. It has a little wall here that not only prevents the butter from sliding off the other side, it's a flip top, the only flip top that exists in the world. And now I've got soft butter because it didn't have to be refrigerated. We just always thought it had to be refrigerated. It's not tearing up my bread. I can put the jam right on it. And if I got a little too much on the included knife, I can just wipe it right off there.
Yep.
That's so brilliant. Now, can I just throw this in how do I wash this?
Okay, so it's super easy to clean. The lid actually does snap off, so there's no nooks or crannies, nowhere for the butter to hide. And you could also just pop it in the dishwasher, so it's dishwasher safe. I actually like to just run it under the hot water for a few seconds, and then it's clean and good to go. And it's really easy to clean.
Well, it's not easy to clean. This guy, this one that we stick in the fridge. It always ends up catching all of the odors of everything that's been in the fridge. My husband likes to cook a lot of fish all at once, and then he puts it in the fridge. Well, anything like this ends up tasting like fish. That is not a good flavor on your bagel. And it's a mess. It's gross. It really is. This looks like it's crystal too. I can't tell you, Joelle, how many crystal butter dishes we have gone through, and by that I mean they've broken, they've disappeared. So this is such a great solution, and it's adorable.
They're pretty, but they're just not practical for everyday use. You want something that's easy to care for, something that's not going to break, something that you can tote from the counter to the table. This has the nice wide handles on the side, so it's easy to tote around the kitchen. And, with this, it's got that high gloss, so it looks shiny like it's ceramic, but it's this heavy-duty, BPA-free, shatterproof plastic, which makes it so easy to care for. You don't have to worry about it chipping and breaking. It always looks great.
And you're getting 2 today. So I think this would be a great gift to give mom, especially if you were the one that broke her butter dish when you were growing up. I'm saying that to my kids know out of the 3 of them which one that is. But you could give one to mom. You could have 2, and for $21.95, it's an amazing value. Even if you were just getting one, they are individually boxed. They each come with their own spreader. You choose red, yellow, or aqua. But Joelle, I know you put this in a 2-pack for a reason. Why would we need 2?
You need 2 for so many reasons. Like, first is one for your salted butter, one for your unsalted butter. I like to have one by my toaster and another one on the table. And then a lot of people like to just have one loaded with butter ready to go, so that way when you go through your stick of butter, you don't have to go into the fridge to get a new stick. you already have a buttery loaded with butter that's soft and ready to spread.
Look at that.
Yeah, really helpful.
And now this looks like one of those big, like Irish butters, the kind that never fits in the regular butter dish.
Yes, exactly. So it holds the European blocks of butter. It also holds a block of cream cheese, as you're showing. And while cream cheese does need to be refrigerated, it's a nice serving piece because if you're doing like a bagels and cream cheese spread, you know, it's nice to have a place to serve your cream cheese that fits a block of cream cheese. Most butter dishes don't fit that.
That's so true. So you can keep one and gift one, but what a great gift. Let us send this right to somebody. It's $21.95 for two. And one of the things, Joelle, I know you've heard a lot of this, and I've read some of our reviews that say, this really did change my mornings. If you can spend $10 and change on something that you're gonna use every single day, that just makes it so that things are a little bit easier and a little bit smoother, it is absolutely worth its weight in gold. So here are some of the reviews we're actually reading on the bottom. Love this product. If it's 2 sticks of butter, will be great. I missed it. There's no going back. This is what we've been needing. I love that it's one of the pieces that lifts up and down. I love that. There is no going back. There is no going back to hard refrigerated butter that rips the bagels and the toast. And I heard you and Adam talking about it before, and the crumpets. Whatever you're eating in the morning, whatever. If you're making homemade bread like so many of us are, nothing will ruin that homemade bread like cold, hard butter. So, Joelle, you were saying, we don't need to keep our butter in the fridge.
Nope, it can stay on the counter. And about half of America does keep their butter on the counter, and half of America has no idea that it's even an option. So I always find that so fascinating. But I grew up with it in the fridge. My parents grew up with it in the fridge. They didn't know. I didn't know. And it wasn't until about 10 years ago that my neighbor told me that she kept her butter out. And that, like, blew my mind. And I was like, what? You can't? She goes, oh, yeah. And I asked her how long. She goes, I don't know, until I use up the stick. And I was like, no way. So I start keeping my butter out, and it's amazing. Like, every morning you walk into the kitchen, and you make your toast, and you've got soft butter to spread on it. You know, you didn't have to set it out, you know, an hour before. I mean, it's there. It's ready to use.
Well, I've done that thing before where I'm like, I'm just going to soften the butter in the microwave, right? Then I end up with melted butter. That's not a good... It's not a good thing for anybody, right? That's so true. Joelle, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for really innovating in something that hasn't been innovated for, well, ever. We really appreciate you. Thank you. You take care.
My pleasure. Thanks, Shannon. Have a great one.
Thanks, you too. Now, if you are on the phone, you're welcome to stay there to order yours in the aqua. Yellow, you're going to need to be quick on that one, or the red. You are getting 2, by the way, and you can also order on hsn.com. But here at HSN, we want to do our part in helping to slow